Every day I wake up to do good and to be the vehicle of good.
If we make a living by what we get and a life by what we give, as Winston Churchill once said, then Jen Klaassen has some amazing life. As Vice President of Programs for the WASIE Foundation in Fort Lauderdale, Klaassen gives out $1.5 million a year to nonprofits who need assistance.
The WASIE Foundation funds medically fragile children, schizophrenia, cancer, and arthritis. The WASIE Foundation is involved with Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, Holy Cross, as far as on a larger perspective, Jessica June Children's Cancer Foundation, Children's Diagnostic and Treatment Center, Broward Children's Center. So a lot of the children-friendly nonprofit organizations.
The Independent Philanthropic Foundation was started by Stan WASIE, a successful entrepreneur who wanted to give back to the less fortunate. His foundation began in Minneapolis. Then the family expanded the organization when they vacationed here decades ago.
The family came down in the early 70s to get away from the cold and nasty Minneapolis weather, and because of that, South Florida is a much better place, obviously because of the family's legacy that they've left behind here for all of the wonderful nonprofits in town.
Every day, Klaassen fulfills the philanthropic intentions of the WASIE family, doling out dollars, time, and support to needy and extremely grateful nonprofits. Determining which groups will get a helping hand is just part of Klaassen's many job functions.
Definitely the smaller grassroots organizations have the WASIE Foundation's name all over it just because many of those are a one-shop individual who are wearing many hats, and if we can come in and lend that capacity, that support, that guidance, we're definitely all about doing that. Now on the larger side, we're also very much active, engaged in the larger organizations as well, but just for different reasons, just for community support. It also lends itself some credibility when you have a foundation involved in your nonprofit organization. So anything we can do to help, we are.
Klaassen seems to bring the words of the Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu to life. He who obtains has little. He who scatters has much. Klaassen scatters her time among 12 boards and co-chairs 8 to 10 events a year, like the Bank Atlantic 211 Academy Awards for nonprofits. The event, held in February, recognizes the hard work, dedication, and contributions of stellar nonprofits in the area.
I want to get the community involved. So with that, I will definitely be the matchmaker and help really find what the people's wants and needs and passions are, and then plug those people into those appropriate nonprofit organizations. It's a juggling act, but it's really, honestly, the right thing to do.
Klaassen is on the board of Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, where the WASIE Foundation has made significant contributions for the care of preemies and newborns.
These are some of the most generous people in South Florida. They have named not only our NICU, but our new surgical suites here at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital, and we found them to be a wonderful partner. They really believe in philanthropy and support philanthropy and are trying to grow philanthropy in the community.
While the financial support is much appreciated, Klaassen is generous with her time as well.
Jen's a real hands-on person. She is here, she talks with the kids, she's on our board of directors, she comes to board meetings, she helps us with committee meetings. She's really a person about town as far as a resource. She knows what's going on in the community, what's working for nonprofits, and she shares that. She's a wonderful resource for the hospital.
The WASIE Foundation's contributions to Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital have improved the quality of care for sick children and provided a more comfortable environment for families.
Well, originally we had 41 open bay beds in our what we call our original NICU. Over time, as our volume grew, we knew we needed more space, we needed new beds. And gladly, with the help of the WASIE Foundation, we were able to open 23 single patient rooms to make our NICU a total of 64 beds.
To me, it was like a dream come true. I mean, this place is just totally, the people that come in, they can't believe it, the colors and the space. So by having this new place, the WASIE Foundation made this possible for us, so it's very awesome.
In 2008, Klaassen created the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce Nonprofit Foundation to bridge the gap between the business and nonprofit world.
Maybe about 2.5 years ago, over at the Greater Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce, there was such a need for these nonprofits that kind of have a sounding board, if you will, and stepped up to the plate and created the nonprofit committee, which it's about 100 people strong on a monthly basis that come together, network, number one, but number two, provide an opportunity for the for-profit chamber members to really step up to the plate to showcase how they can help fellow chamber nonprofits organizations.
St. Francis of Assisi said, "It is in giving that we receive." And that has been true for Klaassen, who has been honored on numerous occasions for her tireless efforts to help those in need. She was named one of the top 100 women of Broward County, a nominee for Woman of the Year, and on April 10, 2010, Broward County and the city of Fort Lauderdale declared it Jen Klaassen's Day.
That was a very special day. It was a surprise, definitely caught me off guard. Very humbling experience, to say the least, but it was nice to be recognized in that capacity. I'm so humbled by this experience. I don't ask for it. I'm happy to help and assist. It comes from the heart, it comes from the right place, and it actually makes me very speechless.
Her giving nature didn't happen overnight. Her family truly lived the old adage, "It is far more blessed to give than to receive."
This was definitely not my goal, but am I shocked to be in this spot? No. My heart literally has been in this place since I was born. I was born a volunteer. It's what I know. It's the only thing I knew. I grew up in Texas, yes, absolutely. We volunteered, as I said, the minute I was born. Both my brother and I were given back, so it was part of our moral compass, part of our family's core values and beliefs, so it has just led me to kind of where I am today.
Klaassen credits Facebook and other social media networks with increasing awareness of the need for nonprofit support. She's also grateful for Eye on South Florida's commitment to this worthy cause.
Well, I have two great examples. One is the 211 Bank Atlantic Academy Awards. The second one is Jessica June Children's Cancer Foundation. Both of those events Eye in South Florida was a part of, and the beauty of that and the power of having this tool and asset in our community, it goes beyond anything I've ever seen, because what it does is after the event has happened, that link is forever on the nonprofit's website. So on a sponsor perspective, the giving still continues, and to maximize those exposures for the sponsors, it really does become a win-win situation, not only for Eye in South Florida, for the nonprofit organization, and then obviously on the sponsor side. For example, at the 211 VIP sponsor party, it was a live feed, and to have that tool as a nonprofit is valuable. And just to gain that exposure, you're not even there, and yet 10,000 folks viewed your event. The power of that is tremendous.
Sir Francis Bacon said, "In charity there is no excess, but in Broward County there is excess when it comes to need." Klaassen appreciates the efforts people make to give and encourages donating to nonprofits monthly rather than a large sum once a year.
Obviously, the older generation is sending that annual check-in. It might be at the end of the year, etc. But with Facebook and the power of Facebook and the power of online devices, it's monthly income coming in. Me personally, I actually give on a monthly basis because I know the importance of what monthly income means to these nonprofits. So that's me and how I do it personally. And if more and more people did that versus just giving because Mr. CPA said at the end of the year that you need to give a check to charities, that would make such a big difference.
It may confound some Broward residents to learn just where the county stacks up in terms of philanthropic status. Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the WASIE Foundation was established, ranks first in the country for giving. According to Klaassen, Broward County is 50th on the national list.
I think that goes back to just the core values and beliefs of the Midwestern type feel and approach of how you raise a family. We're a very transient city. The sense of community is good. It could be stronger, but at the end of the day, it only takes one to make a difference. So if we just all do something right and positive, such as what Eye on South Florida is doing of offering this wonderful service to the nonprofit organizations, then that's how we're going to be building our community, one situation, one person, one organization at a time.
If you have much, give of your wealth. if you have little, give of your heart. The old proverb rings true today. Good advice Claassen hands out freely to businesses across South Florida.
You have to go where your heart and passion lie. So that's first and foremost. What do you want to do as a business? Whether, let's say, you're a marketing company and you offer pro bono services to nonprofits, that's great. Whether you are an IT company and you can build on a website, because as you know, money is always tight for these nonprofits. So it's really, what do you have in your business that you can offer the nonprofits? And 9 times out of 10, the answer is right in front of them. It's just a matter of going for it and doing something about it.
By now, it's easy to surmise Claassen is a savvy and devoted businesswoman. Outside of work, she enjoys the South Florida lifestyle of fun in the sun. But it will come as no surprise, much of her free time is spent giving back.
Well, my spare time, I do a lot of charity events as well, because once again, it's an extension of who I am and my love of the community.
Claassen's extreme focus, relentless dedication, and energetic spirit in the nonprofit arena is reminiscent of a seasoned athlete. So it's fitting to share a saying by legendary basketball player and coach John Wooden. You can't have a perfect day without doing something for someone who'll never be able to repay you. Claassen's days may not be perfect, but they're pretty darn close.
To be in this position, to give back, to help, I offer guidance. It's really a beautiful day. I definitely don't have a bad day.